So today we will talk about shoulder flexion first of all. So what is shoulder flexion? This is the shoulder flexion, right? This is the shoulder flexion. Now when we talk about the shoulder flexion, the two muscles very much important, two muscles, that is deltoid muscles, anterior fiber muscles is very important, and coracobrachialis muscles, that is very much important. So these two muscles, what they do, they help in shoulder flexion, right? So when we will do the M.M.T of shoulder flexion, we have to keep in mind that we must palpate these deltoid anterior muscles fiber and the coracobrachialis. Now when we will do the 5 grades, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, 1. If the patient can't do 5 and 4, then we will go to 3. If the patient can do 5 and 4, then we will not starting from the 0 to 1. If the patient can perform 5 and 4, then we directly goes to the 3, right? So what is the grade 5? So the patient position, you can see the supine position, supine lying position, and my position, that means the therapist position, is by the side of the testing hand. So we will do the left hand. So my position is at the left hand side at the tip of the couch. Now my hand grabs over the, one is supporting the shoulder and one hand control over the, grabs over the, just above the elbow. Now I instruct the patient to do the flexion, and when you do, my suggestion, my instruction is to hold the position against the maximal range of motion, maximal resistance when at the time of grade 5. Now please do. Don't flex. Do. Is the maximal resistance? Yes. He can perform 5. Right? Now with 2 or 3 fingers we use to, and it is very much important that the elbow is not flexed fully. Elbow is flexed fully, no extension or flexion for elbow. The elbow is fully stretched. Look, he slightly flexed his elbow, but it is slightly can flex, but not fully flexed. Once again. Yes. So this is 4. And now 3, that is no resistance, but I support the shoulder. Flexion. Yes, he can do this. Yes. Now grade 2, that means against the gravity, partial range of motion. Partial. That means partial range of motion. Partial, right? And in 1, there is a, you can palpate the deltoid anterior fiber, deltoid muscles, right? Deltoid anterior fiber and the coracobrachialis muscles, and at the 0 there is no contraction. So this is for shoulder flexion. Now we will talk about the shoulder extension. So which muscles involved in shoulder extension? This is the lat muscle, that is latissimus dorsi, and the trapezius muscles. So when we talk about the shoulder extension, these two muscles very much important, that is latissimus dorsi and the trapezius muscles. Trapezius muscles. Now when we will instruct the patient to do the shoulder extension, this is the shoulder extension, right? This is the shoulder extension. Now what is the patient position? You can already see this is prone lying position, the arm is by side and the shoulder is internally rotated. You can see it is internally rotated and the arm is at by side. Now what is we'll do? You can do in 2 ways mainly, that is to isolate. Generally the basic is that including all the muscles, that is go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, including all the muscles, that means trapezius and latissimus dorsi, including both. But you can do in isolate, to isolate latissimus dorsi. So at first we will do the shoulder extension involving all the muscles. Now what is my hand position, my position is just by the side of the patient, by the couch. Now what we will do, my hand for grade 5 maximum resistance over the elbow, my two hands just like this. This is the, okay. So for stability, I have to contact the hand over the wrist. So first, yes, this is the grade 5 maximum range of motion. Okay. For grade 4, minimum resistance. Yes. For grade 2, that is, for grade 3, no resistance. Yes. And for grade 2, against the gravity with no resistance. It is obviously the resistance, just partial range of motion. Yes. And now for grade 1, there is a flickering movement, or we have to palpate the latissimus dorsi. We have to palpate the latissimus dorsi and the trapezius. And for 0, there is no contraction. This is for overall, that is generic shoulder extension. This is called generic shoulder extension. And to isolate, for the isolate, my instruction, hand control over the wrist, and what I do to the patient, I just keep the shoulder above, just try to pull towards the above, and the patient, my instruction to the patient is to pull me down. Down, go. Down, go. Yes, this is maximum range. So it is 5. For grade 4 minimum, I just keep the same graphs but with minimum resistance. Yes, this is for minimum. And for 3, no pressure, but he will do this, and against the gravity, okay. For 2, the against the gravity, so he can do in this way as well, in half sitting position. I will take him to the end of the couch and I will palpate, and he just keep the pressure above. Give the pressure on the table or couch, and this the force is upward, right? He give the force here, and the contraction is filled in the latissimus dorsi and the trapezius. And in 1 and 0, there is a palpitation for patient, and 0, no movement. So this is for shoulder extension to isolate latissimus dorsi. First we learn the generic, and then we learn the to isolate latissimus dorsi. Thank you very much.